The traveler's path was perilous for average cats. He carried a backpack which contained a double-edged axe. He roamed the wastelands in the darkest of days when many had forsaken and even forgotten the way. He was from one of the 5 tribes who were given the truth to preserve through an art that they kicked as the proof. He drank from eternal streams below the earth where water was clean. On the surface nothing was all that it seemed. Hordes of marauding warlords were out looking for wealth, and our scouts found those who weren't moving in stealth. Brainwashed, they were sent out to steal from their own. Using the sacred art, they wasted the ink for the poems. They took the blue pigment, mixed it with the blood of their victims to make green, which was worshipped in this time that they lived in. He had arisen for this mission to inspire the vision of small communities of people who required the spitting of a savior. He was one of the last of the tribe. When he approached, the people shouted that the masters arrived, and they would bring out the boom bap, giving them the rhythm to begin to spill out all the epics that he had written. He spoke of history and of the future, interweaving words dancing on his tongue that would leave the people dreaming, not in a sleep state, but spiritually awakened. The future theirs for the taking. And then he'd move on before dawn, couldn't stay for too long. His job done when the ones he encountered grew strong. This was his calling, carving out kings from slaves, and he survived off their love and the gifts they gave. The world had seen many changes over the ages, like it was dying in his heart. He was hoping to save it. They had known the path they'd chosen him. When he was born, his heartbeat matched the drum he would later be speaking on. He had arrived on the planet in dangerous times when masses were blinded by these liars faking the rhyme. So began his journey like the ancients, known as the griots. He met imprisoned minds and he chanted rhymes to free those. It was long since he had met a clan of his peace, but today he could hear a beatbox in the east. There were 6 masters in a circle and each spoke free, tapping into this realm that they had breached. One man covered his mouth as he gave him the beat. So he approached and said peace, and he started to speak. The ancient ritual of the cipher was complete. Each was celebrated because every style was unique. They lost track of time. It lasted 3 hours or more, but they were stronger now, replenished, not tired at all. After they broke bread and went their separate ways, he roamed alone till the end of his days. Deck spinners were rare in the land he was from. The first tribe, they kicked the arts in its earliest form. He heard scratching and he knew that a master's at work. Then saw the tribe whose physical wasn't attached to the earth. The B clan, who gave an A-class performance in accordance with the rotating of the wax and the breaks in the recordings, spun on their heads enough to turn the tables around. Sometimes they battled with the iller crew taking the crown. Long before he had been told the cities would fall, the only thing that would be left was the graffiti on walls. He met scribes who touched buildings with aerosol cans. Living visual poetry sharper than the arrows of man was heaven's design, the way the colors swim in his mind. But these creations were just vandalism to the blind. So his generation's versions of Picasso were hunted for leaving beauty marks where the ugliness what they wanted. When stars aligned, 5 from each tribe would collide. The dark side couldn't survive through the vibe they provide, so he was watchful for the relevant time when he would represent his clan and let his element shine. He honed skills, roamed still in worn hills, beyond hills the wrong field. If you wanted to know how home feels, both feared and loved, an enigma the most. In parched lands, one man was a river of hope, the sayer.